Hello, my name is Victor.
You're good.
So they just know up there.
They just know that it's you? Okay. Tell them about what job you do.
I'm the mailman.
And what do you do as the mailman? What does that mean?
Sort the mail.
You sort the mail. What else do you do?
Put them in the mailbox.
Uh-huh. And what about people that forget to check their mailbox a lot? Like me. What do you do with my mail?
Deliver it.
Yeah.
Deliver it.
And you give it to me in 2 different piles, don't you?
Yes.
What are the 2 piles when you deliver my mail?
One is junk mail.
One is junk mail, and where does that go?
In the recycle bin.
The recycle bin. And then what's the other mail that you give to me? The other pile?
Good mail.
Good mail, or sometimes it's what? That I need to look at, you tell me? Bills?
Bills.
Yeah. Sometimes it's bills I need to pay attention to and not put that in the recycling bin, right?
Right.
Okay. What do you like best about your job?
I like doing it.
You like doing it?
Yes.
Is it an important job, do you think?
Yes.
Why is it important?
Because it helps the school out.
Because it helps the school out. Is there anything else you want to tell them about your job?
No.
No? Is that it?
That's all.
That's all.
Nice job, Victor. Nice job. One other thing that makes Lone Dell special is our Lone Dell Garden, and our resident gardener, Mrs. Hazard, is going to talk just briefly about our Lone Dell Garden.
That is a tough act to follow. So I'm Lisa Hazard. I've been teaching at Lone Dell for 18 years. In 2015, we partnered with a former student and an Eagle Scout to create 8 raised beds, 1 for each grade level. And back then we had 6th grade. We also have an extra elevated bed for our friends with wheelchairs so that they don't have to lean out so much. We grow a variety of things: tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, okra, eggplant, all kinds of things. The students learn a lot of science lessons out there, all the way from the kindergartners being able to see where their food comes from, 3rd graders learning about tubers when they plant their potatoes, 5th graders being able to see the whole process from seeding in the spring all the way to composting and harvesting seeds right now in the fall. And so we also take our vegetables to our bread and backpack kids over the summer. We deliver them to their homes, and they are able to get fresh vegetables along with their bread and backpack things. We staple recipes so they know how to cook fresh green beans, know what to do with an eggplant, and so the students are able to have a lot of science activities as well as a lot of community experience. So that's a wonderful program.
The last person I'd like to speak briefly with you is parental support. If you could go ahead to the next slide, is really critical, as you all are aware of. And having a partner in this journey is far more important than it ever used to be, and becoming even more so important. So for the past, 15, 20, 100, I think she said 100 years, Nikki McClain has had children at Lone Dell Elementary. So I thought, who better than to talk about what makes Lone Dell special from a parent's perspective than Nikki McClain. So.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I walked into Lone Dell Elementary for the first time way back in 2001 to kick off my firstborn daughter's kindergarten year. Since then, 4 more McClain kiddos would experience their first day of kindergarten at Lone Dell. A little bit about my family. My husband, Alan, and I have 5 kids. Abby is now 23 years old and will graduate from nursing school in 4 months, which just amazes me every day that I think about it. Josie is 19 and is attending Jefferson College with plans to go into nursing. Sophia is 17 and she's a senior at Seckman High School. She has taken culinary courses at Jefferson College each year in conjunction with her schedule at Seckman. And when she graduates this year, she will basically finish with 16 college credit hours that she was able to attain while she was still in high school. So that is a blessing that we're very grateful for. And then we have Jeremiah, affectionately known as Frog. So if you ever go into Lone Dell, you might still hear people talking about Frog because that's what his nickname is. And he attends Seckman Middle School. And Xander is 6 years old, and he's in 1st grade at Lone Dell. So the story I want to share with you today is about my kid, number 1, Abby, and her first parent-teacher conference. I knew she was struggling with reading, and I knew that this would be brought up. I had been working with Abby at home and started to get a better understanding of how she seemed to best learn and retain information. I went into the meeting with a few ideas and hoped her teacher would be open to it. I was a little nervous and trying to be very cautious and sensitive to not make unreasonable requests. The conversation went something like this. So I know that I'm not a teacher, and I know you have been doing this teaching thing for a long time. And I know that you are probably really busy during the day with the other 20-plus students you have, and I would never, ever, ever expect or ask for special treatment or accommodations for my daughter. But I was kind of hoping that we could coordinate on a few things that would help Abby and would help me to help Abby. I can only guess that she sensed my angst. And at some point she gently jumped in and said something like, "We absolutely can and we absolutely will teach to Abby in a way that is best for her. And these are great ideas you have brought to me. How about we ... And she went on to outline some processes that we would put in place to best suit Abby and her needs while keeping me in the loop. And just like that, my angst was gone, and I had just met Abby's very first advocate at Lone Dell. Many more advocates would be added over her next 6 years in elementary school. Those advocates would all eventually be passed down as her 2 younger sisters and 2 younger brothers would attend Lone Dell. My youngest, Xander, started kindergarten with a whole team of advocates at the ready. I am incredibly blessed that I've been able to send my children to school each day knowing that there are so many ready to tend to their special educational needs, as well as kiss their boo-boos, hug their sadness away, laugh at their jokes, and to do whatever is in their best interest every single day that they go to school. The Lone Dell teachers, office staff, cafeteria staff, custodians, bus drivers, IEP specialists, speech teachers, and all other support staff have made my job of being the mom of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finally 5 a whole lot easier. I could fill a book with similar stories of our time at Lone Dell, but this one particular experience is the moment that I guess kind of set the tone for each of the following school years as well as the next 4 years I still have remaining at Lone Dell. So that concludes my story about Lone Dell, but since I have your ear, on a slightly different note, but not really, as a mother to Fox C6 students, community members, and taxpayers, I appreciate your efforts in every day that you do. I want to encourage and even challenge each of you to make a point to put your physical bodies inside each of our schools. For several hours or for a full day, observe in a variety of settings: classrooms, the office, the cafeteria, recesses. How can you make informed decisions that will directly and profoundly impact my child's educational experience? In life, without putting your finger on the pulse of their education? Sorry. I think everybody knew this was gonna happen though, so. Your experience is valuable, and it makes you who you are. But your experiences from 10 or 20 years ago, when maybe your own kids were in the classroom, or maybe in the classroom as an educator, unless you have spent time in our schools during our current social issues and challenges and current technology, etc., your experience is outdated. Fortunately, this vital experience is free and only costs you your time. Honestly, I'm shocked it's not mandatory. My hope is that each of you will rise to make this the school board that each of our schools, teachers, support staff, taxpayers, and most importantly, our students desperately needs and most definitely deserves. Thank you.
I'm almost done, I'm sorry. So to finish up, I want to make sure that board members, you know that even though job skills and work ethic is very important at Lone Dell, we also work hard with the curriculum. With 30% free and reduced lunch rate and a 25% special ed population, I am proud to say that we scored the highest in the district in the area of ELA on the MAP test for 3rd grade and for 5th grade, and the second highest in the district in ELA in 4th grade. So we are smart and we work hard, and not to mention first place in the track meet, so we've got brains, we've got brawn, and with that, we want to say thank you very much for allowing us to come and let you know a little bit about what makes Lone Dell special. Thank you. I apologize for taking up more time than I probably was allowed. That's what happens when you give me a microphone.
Okay, we'll give them a minute to get back in their seats and get ready. Dr. Cardona, Mental Health Coalition.
So I have the honor and the pleasure of introducing to you this evening Gina Buhner, who is an assistant principal at Fox